Hey guys, Buffering Game back today, bringing you a video. Today we are going over some DMZ loadouts. DMZ has been back on the rise lately. I know a lot of other YouTubers, streamers have been picking this game back up again. Westy's been going back to it. We've been kind of taking part in the manhunts that Onyx doing on Saturdays here on the channel, playing a lot of it. We've had amazing engagements here in DMZ. So I want to go back, show you guys some of the builds that I've been having a lot of success with here recently playing. And honestly, DMZ still hands down much better than Warzone of an experience. If you're looking for great PvP, meaningful engagements, this is the game mode for you. And I'll be doing a highlight video showing off some of those engagements here coming up from the live stream that we did last Saturday, because pretty much every match was amazing PvP. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the weapons here that I've been using in DMZ. If you guys are playing DMZ right now, planning on getting back into it a little bit here, seems to be having a resurgence, so give you guys some good builds here to take into the DMZ. First off, you can see our Ranger skin there. I know some of you were asking how you got that skin. That was a specific mission unlock from completing all the missions in, think of Season 2 for Modern Warfare 2. So unfortunately, no longer available. It is a really nice looking skin. Go ahead and jump into it here. I'll unequip those. Look at the first weapon here that I already have equipped. So this is the MCX Rattler. We've covered this build, or the weapon itself, quite a lot in the past. However, this is a build that I haven't really used before. So this is going to be the M13C or the MCX Rattler in real life, firing 300 Blackout. So first off, we're going to run the Echoless 80 suppressor on this. This is what appears to be a 7.62 300 Blackout compatible suppressor. So that's the one that we want for this weapon, given that it is a 300 Blackout. So, sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, recoil smoothness, aiming stability, aim down sight speed, takes a little bit of a hit, but again, you're running a short barrel on this, not a big deal. So, we'll go ahead and select that. Base barrel, again, the base barrel is going to give you best recoil control here for this weapon. You can also do a pretty good job with the 10-inch, however, you're using it for close quarters. The bullet velocity in 300 Blackout is very slow to begin with, so this is meant to be a close quarters build, mainly sniper support and CQC. Skip the laser. Optic is really up to you. We're just going to run the EOTech holographic or the Lone Wolf optic here. Now for the butt stock. Typically you see a lot of the Rattlers with the telescopic stock here that slides in and adjusts and collapses. So that's the one we're going to be using here. This is going to be an aim walking speed, sprint speed, recoil control. Are your pros, so it is a really good attachment for the recoil control, considering the Rattler does bounce around a bit. Aim down sight speed, crouch movement speed, and aiming stability are your cons. And then we're going to run a 60-round mag of the 300 Blackout. Base ammunition for the 300 Blackout, but you could swap something in there if you really wanted to. However, given the way the weapon performs and the round itself, there's really no need, I don't think. Then we're going to run this Lockwood Precision grip here, just a well-balanced build here, or at least grip for the weapon itself. So that's our MCX Rattler in 300 Blackout. Really good looking build there, and again, it performs very, very well, so definitely give this one a try. I had some really good PvP with this off stream also when I was doing regains just the other day. So great PvP, again, within probably like your 20-ish 20, 25 meters, even 30 meters, it's not bad. You can see here, bounces around a little bit at these ranges, but not too bad. This is the main range you would really want to be engaging with, especially against a 3-plate enemy. You can see there, pretty good. So that's the MCX Rattler and 300 Blackout. Go ahead and back out, take a look at our next build. This is the VHS-2 or the Tempest Razorback. So 5.56 by 45mm NATO bullpup build here. We're going to run the Surefire suppressor on this, or the Knight's Armament 5.56 suppressor. Going to give us recoil control, recoil smoothness. Overall, just a well-balanced suppressor, especially for this weapon. We're going to run the 18-inch barrel. It's going to give us damage at range and ergo. The cons are you're losing out a little bit of recoil and some aim down sight speed and hip recoil control, but worth it for the damage at range. Going to run the Extend Angel 40. Going to give us that built-in rangefinder. And then we're going to run the 60-round mag for the 5.56 by 45 and the DM Potato, or Proto Grip, excuse me. The Proto Grip, very similar to like an O'Hara arms grip. So this is going to be a really nice one. Only compatible with this particular weapon also. So aiming, auto stability, horizontal recoil control, recoil stabilization. Cons are aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. But again, very good grip, especially for this weapon. Really mitigates the horizontal recoil control. So this is a very good build right here, especially with the rate of fire. It just fires very fast. And again, very good close quarters out to medium ranges as well. Not a lot of recoil either. Really just got to control the vertical for the most part. It'll go a little bit to the side here and there, but again, not bad. You can see if I'm just controlling the vertical, very fast TTK given the rate of fire is around probably closer to 1,000 here in this game, maybe 900, 950-ish. In real life, the VHS2 would be about 1,100 or 1,000 rounds per minute, somewhere in there. Very fast rate of fire in real life. So unfortunately, the way they designed it, not true to form for the real life version, but nonetheless, a really good build. Next up, the Mark 17 CQC build. So this is a great build, similar to ones I've covered before. We're going to run the Polar Fire S suppressor again. It's a 7.62 by 51 suppressor. Just going to help us out with recoil, and again, it looks cool. So we're going to go with that. Damage at range. 12-inch barrel. This is mainly just for ergo. We're going to tune this up to max recoil, though. But again, going to help out with our aim down sight and our ergo a little bit there. And then we also have the SZ Minitac 40. Optic is your choice. I do like this optic, though. That optic and even the Corvus Sol 76 is just a really cool looking optic. I do like how low profile it is. So those are good ones. 50 round mag of the 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO. And we're going to run the Magpul vertical foregrip or the Op X9. Again, I just like the way it looks. No particular advantage to this one. It's just a basic grip, but it does handle very well on this weapon. So that's the Mark 17 CQC or the SCAR heavy close quarters build. Really nice build. Again, I had great PvP with this. Some on stream and off stream when I was doing my regains. Now it's gonna bounce. You're gonna get some visual recoil there, but again, especially these longer ranges, like you can see, it does have a pretty fast time to kill as long as you're hitting your shots, and you're using this close quarters. Like these are the ranges right there. Max this 25-meter target that I would typically be engaging in PvP. So very good build, Mark 17 CQC. Let's go ahead now and look at some other ones here. One that you guys may have caught on the stream the other week, and I did do a highlight video with it, is going to be the NG7 SF. So the only change that we're making to this is we're running, let's see here, I'm going to run the TYLR8 grip. This is going to give us horizontal recoil, so we're going to go throw that on. We would tune this up to recoil stabilization and recoil control. Again, this is a Socken MG38. The NG7 in real life, Israeli light machine gun. We're going to run the short barrel on this. Again, just for ergo performance, aim down sight, things like that. You're going to tune it up to max recoil. OLEV laser on this thing. And then instead of the Alcan, what I was running and prefer to run is the hybrid optics. So we're going to run the EOTech with the flip on there. We'll tune that all the way out to far. And that's a really good one. That way you can toggle that when you need to, but typically you're going to be using just the EOTech with the standard 1x. And then we're going to run here, we're going to run the Bruin Warrior grip, which is going to give you the best recoil and accuracy in class for the canted grips. So go ahead and select that, and you would tune this up to recoil stabilization as well. We're running the olive camo on this. So this is the same exact build I believe I used the other day. I think the only difference potentially was that I swapped out the laser for the FTAC Condor stock, which is the real-life stock that you would see on the Special Forces versions of the NG7. So this is the build right here that I was using in those engagements the other week. If you guys happen to see those, we had some insane engagements, and this thing hits like a truck. So just take another firing range really quick. Again, typically you're not going to be engaging with the magnifier, unless you're mounted. But decent. I mean, it's for a light machine gun at 7.62 by 51 NATO. Not bad ergo. But you can see the quick the TTK is there, right? Terrible aim there. But now, so you can see the magnifier here. You can see, even at these ranges, it's not bad at all. Then you stretch it out a little bit here. Still not bad. Manageable rate of fire on this thing. This is a very underrated machine gun, even in Modern Warfare 3 for sure. For Warzone, this thing is just an animal. So the NG7 or the NG7 SF build. Next up, another one I was running on another stream here is going to be very similar to. We'll run the Union Guard just because if you want to put camos on it, it looks amazing. So we're basically trying to run similar to a DD M4 V7 or a Daniel Defense M4 V7. So we're gonna run that 419mm exfil barrel. Go ahead and tune that up. You can give it a little bit damage or aim down sight speed versus damage at range, just because you're not really engaging long range of this. For the muzzle, again, if I'm not running solo, I'm usually going unsuppressed. So we'll run a Komodo for the horizontal. Go ahead and tune that to recoil stabilization and recoil control. Then for the optic, typically I would just run an EOTech, but again, you can run an aim point, anything like that. I like the EOTech or even the, one of my favorites here is the battle optic. This just gives you really good sight picture. I love this battle optic. One of my favorites, actually, for the one times. Then we'll run a 60-round mag. I would prefer to run the DDM4 V7 stock. If you want to run a 30-round mag, you can run the V7 stock here, the demo fade. But engagement-wise, you typically, with the M4 particularly, you can't really get away with a 30-round mag at DMZ from the engagements I've had. Obviously, if it's 1v1, that's one thing, but typically not. Something like the MCX, you typically can, but not with this. Now, the next attachment, we're going to run the Magpul vertical foregrip. You can also run the Lockwood Precision. I think is a really good option. I just prefer the way the Magpul vertical foregrip looks. So we'll go ahead and put that on, tune it a little bit to ADS there as well. And that's our DDM4 V7 with a standard M4 buttstock. But nonetheless, like I said, you can swap out that 60-round casket mag for the DDM4 buttstock that I showed. So this is the M4. And again, if you want to put a camo on this particular Union Guard, it gives it like a faded look. So it does look really nice with camos. You can see it in the firing range here. Underrated weapon. I had really good PvP with this. Got a lot of kills. I don't think we really lost many engagements with this thing. So very good. Fast rate of fire. It's around 850 rounds per minute. And you can see pretty darn fast TTK. So the DDM4 V7. Now, sniper-wise, what do I like to use sniper-wise? I think the MRAD is a really good one. You can't really go wrong with the MRAD. There's really no bad sniper rifle feds. The Karak 300 is pretty terrible, I feel like. I honestly prefer, my favorite ones are the MRAD here, the MCPR, and or the SPX 80. Now, this is going to be the XM 2010, you can see here, and this is essentially the build that I prefer to use. High velocity. This is actually the exact build I would use. So, you can see here the XM 2010 or the SPX 80. We're going to run that FTEX Reaper suppressor. You would obviously tune all these accordingly, because you do need to tune in DMZ, Modern Warfare 2. Something I do kind of miss in Modern Warfare 3. The base barrel is your best barrel. You're just going to take cons for everything else, all these other barrels. You're gonna lose out damage at range on everything for the most part. So not worth using any of those ones. Just throw the suppressor on with the base barrel. You can run a laser on there. We're gonna run the Raptor for that 13 times with the rangefinder if you feel like you need it. And then high velocity rounds. Our XM 2010 is just a great sniper build here. Very nice. This you run pretty much the same type of build with any suppressor or any sniper rifle. However, most sniper rifles have better barrels that give you better damage at range. This one does not. The base barrel is your best barrel, which makes it a great weapon if you pick up some of the ground loot ones with base barrels are very good also. Now, another one really quick, last build we'll show you guys is for the Marksman rifles. So, if you caught one of the engagements, I put it up on a highlight video. We had a pretty insane M110 SAS engagement on a roof. If you guys saw that one, you know what I mean. It was me and Odin and a 3-man push, and I ended up killing all of them, and this thing did two of those kills. So this is going to be the exact build I believe I was using for this. So we're going to run, again, this is the Tempest turret. We're going to run the Chroma LRS for that integral suppressor, which isn't really integral. We're going to run the heat source, again, mainly for aesthetic purposes, but it actually works very, very well in medium range engagements also. Going to run the demo stock for the correct butt stock here. And then we're going to run armor piercing. You can swap this out with other stuff. However, I felt this was good for like vehicle penetration, wall penetration, and the bipod foregrip there. So this is the M110 SAS or the SR25 build. And honestly, it is a very underrated build. Great for longer ranges and closer ranges. So here you can see you can spam fire with decent recoil. You can hold your breath. And for the longer range ones, obviously you would ideally want to mount with your bipod, and it's going to be a 3-shot kill to the head. So pretty nice SR25 M110 SAS. There's a lot more builds, obviously, I have used. Let me know what weapons you guys are using in DMZ. If you want to see more DMZ weapon builds, I can obviously go through plenty more weapon builds here for DMZ because there is a lot that I use. Check out the streams when we do them. Typically on Saturdays and Sundays, we're trying to do some right now. Try and throw one in there during the week when I'm able to, but DMZ, more fun than ever in my opinion. The PvP engagements are get my heart going here and there, which is something I can't say for any other game besides Tarkov. So lately the PvP's been really great in DMZ. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're enjoying the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We have the join button down below. You guys do get some perks on merchandise. Merchandise link is also down below. Till next time, Buffner Gaming with DMZ Builds. Buffner Gaming, out.